Hey guys, welcome back to Scratching the Gaming Itch, where I play my favorite genre of shooter, the arena shooter, and it is back. So something that has honestly surprised me is the fact that I'm even playing Splitgate Arena Reloaded. I wasn't really expecting to. I'm not someone who's keen on relaunches, but I want to make sure that everyone knows this isn't a small update. This isn't like a seasonal refresh, and this is hardly a marketing relaunch because, let's be honest, the marketing could be a lot better for this game right now. But this is a rebuild that's making Splitgate what it's supposed to be at its core, an arena shooter. Right, it's sitting right now at roughly 2,000 players. When I saw this number, I wasn't really mad. I didn't really laugh. I wasn't even disappointed in the developers. I'm stunned. Now, the reason for that is I know if this version of Splitgate can't find an audience, then we need to start asking a lot bigger questions. And not really about this game, but about arena shooters as a genre. But this video isn't gonna be an attack on players. I'm just curious about some things, right? Because this is a video about what happens when developers actually listen and they make all of the changes, at least a lot of them, that the people ask for, and the players still don't really come back. You know, because I used to think relaunches were kind of pointless, I was gonna ignore this game. I thought it was just gonna be like the same game with some slightly reworked things, but that just wasn't true, and that really shocked me, because they decided they were gonna stop chasing the kind of trends they were chasing, the hero shooter aspect and the battle royale, and they fully committed to what it was like to be in an arena shooter. They removed factions, they removed the hero style abilities, right? They even removed some of the loadout elements, especially if you play the classic modes, though there are still loadout game modes in here. They really focused on even starts this time around, fixing the loadouts, using map control and power weapons and clean gunfights, right? And I love that. This is Splitgate saying, hey, let's make a game about movement, aim, positioning, and decision making. And they did. And that's what's at the core of the arena shooter. That's what people keep on saying they want. It's a return to the arena DNA. You can even see, like, we have this map. This is heavily inspired by Unreal Tournament, a game that people who love arena shooters claim to love. And so with these gameplay changes, especially the classic arena mode, which if you want to have that classic arena shooter style in modern times, this mode is it. They have no perks, no abilities, and no gimmicks. Everyone starts with the same weapon. Whatever weapon you end up with is a weapon that you picked up on the map. You start with an assault rifle and a carbine. If you want the better ones, again, you get them through map control. Power weapons are back, or they're all over the map. Legendary weapons kind of matter, right? Like, if you're gonna get them, make sure you're getting the legendary ones especially. And power-ups matter, which I thought was a really nice addition to what I've played so far. I've loved that they added overshields, that you have the sight power-up now, and you have the running one that makes you faster. It's good. It's part of the map control, and that's great. You're not running around just chasing progression anymore. You're thinking about the spawn timing, the weapon control, the sight lines, rotating at the right times. because in this game the decisions matter. This is about skill. This is about playing a game to get better. And an extremely important change I feel that they've made is that slight increase to time to kill. Now I'm gonna admit, I'm not 100% certain if it's slow enough or if it's fast enough yet. I need to play more, but I do know it has changed the way the game feels. And I love that. You have more time to react, more time to reposition, and you have more time to outplay somebody, which is great. That is the arena shooter philosophy. That's what Halo's about for me. That's what Quake is about for me. And thankfully, Splitgate is heading to that direction. And that's just fantastic. I think right now it's really hard to decide what they should do for the team for the time to kill and what's right. Because if it's too slow, then people are going to escape through portals almost all the time. And if it's too fast, then you won't have that arena shooter feel. You'll have that more Call of Duty feel, right? We need that time to react, to reposition, to outplay. And I actually think what they're starting to do is great. We're going to have to talk about portals, right? As they're the things that are making the time to kill interesting and a hard to deal with mechanic here. So portals have always been the most controversial part of Splitgate, and yet it is the like the most staple part of the game. It's what makes Splitgate Splitgate. It's the mechanic that makes it unique. And yet some people love them and some people hate them. And some people think they just made the game unreadable, like completely crazy. And I've seen those crazy videos, right? The ones where there's someone portaling all over the map and going over like crazy and just unstoppable menace in the world, and I'm not even that good. I think that's crazy to me. Like it kind of makes you feel like you can't keep up, which is hard when you're trying to play a game with the skill gap and you're like, hey, I want to get better at this game. I want to play more of this game. I want to learn these things. I'm just not interested in learning portals the way other people were playing them in older videos. Especially when it looks like they're not even taking one step out of the map themselves. They're just portaling around, putting shots at someone, portaling around, putting shots at someone, portaling around. So I like the changes so far. I kind of wonder if more needs to be done. So right now they added some portal overloading, which I actually think is big. If you don't know what that is it lets you block portal play entirely on certain walls. And you can do that by putting two portals on the same wall, and then no one else can put portals on it. I actually think that's a pretty nice change. That allows you to not get flanked in all kinds of crazy directions from those crazy players. They've used EMP grenades now, which are good to have those in, right? You can clear portals and take control of the space. They've made portal trails so that you can actually read the movement and track where people are going. That really is part of the problem too, right? Like not knowing where they're coming from. Doing this is a huge help, right? This is clearing up what's going on the screen. And clear audio cues are in play now, so all of that is really, it's helping balance the feeling that Splitgate has. And I think that's all incredible. That's all moving Splitgate in the right direction. So I still wonder in my head, like, where are the players? So I have to wonder even still, okay, then how does the game feel? What's the audio? How can you read things? So I went back in and started playing again. this game feels good. I haven't tried it on controller, but aiming is fine. Right, all the recoil patterns, the way the guns shoot, the sounds they make, it's all understandable, and it does what it needs to. I actually personally don't think it's too hard to make guns sound right and play right. And I think they've done it here. And they made a game with good looking guns and good looking sounds, and it works. It's fine. I don't think you would be taken out of the game with these guns. But the combat audio is also fine. Footsteps are pretty clear. Portal traversal has those distinct sounds, and gunfire through the portals is even a different sound. Right, which is good. They added audio cues for enemies exiting portals and enemies flying through the air. Arena players should care about this. But these audio cues are what we need to understand what's going on in the game. Quake is filled with audio cues. This isn't something flashy or new or like, oh, that's a want in a game. It's a need. It's fundamental shooter design that's being used here, and being used pretty well. I don't really see too many red flags. Then I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, what about performance? So performance matters. Splitgate Arena Reloaded seems to run better across the board. I've heard reports of less hitching, less stutter, and better frame consistency, especially on the last gen consoles and lower end PCs. Now, this matters because arena shooters live and die on the responsiveness. If anyone has that half a second feeling of being ahead, then other players have to adapt to that, or like they'll take advantage of it, right? Of just knowing like, oh, I'm that split second ahead, you are going to die. And for most, it's like, well, then I don't want to play this game if someone can get a second ahead of me. Then, gameplay variety. You know, they added mode select, they added multi-queues, they added classic modes like FFA, SWAT, gun games in there. I believe snipers and Fiesta are in there, though I haven't actually looked for those. And they even incentivize the variety instead of forcing it on us. You get just bonus XP for playing a variety of modes or selecting a variety of modes. So, I think that Splitgate is respecting your time. That it's allowing you to play what you want, if that's what you want to do. And it's allowing you to continue. If you want to just quick play everything, get some bonus XP, which is always nice. So, then the bigger question is, why is the player count still low? At this point, we can't say the devs didn't listen to the population. They did. We can't say the gameplay is bad. It's just not. It works. We can't say the performance is bad. Honestly, it's great on my PC, and I've heard just the reports that the game is doing better on a lot of lower end systems. So, what I think is arena shooters don't fail because they're bad. This is the modern arena shooter right now. They're just failing because they don't fit into what we expect out of games anymore, especially out of shooters. Shooters have trained us to see constant rewards and these progress bars and unlocks every season, systems that soften the loss. And even though Splitgate has tried to do that a little bit here, if you're playing the classic mode, some of the progress bars don't even matter. Like leveling up the guns don't matter. Leveling up your account doesn't really matter, honestly, unless you're trying to get some cosmetics. And honestly, even with the low level guns, like I've been using the LMG just to try it out, it's been fine playing with the low level gun. Like it probably won't feel that rewarding to me to max level the gun. I will just because I want to, not because the progress bar is like, whoa, you're gonna unlock all these sweet things if you do. I'm like, no, my gun might be a little better, but not so much that it's crazy and I feel so much dopamine from getting that item. So I'm starting to think this is unfortunately a genre problem. We've seen now Splitgate fail to gain extreme player base. We've seen Halo fail. We've seen Quake fail. We've seen Unreal get dropped off the face of the earth and fail. And the issue is, arena shooters demand improvement. Right? There's no hiding skill gaps. You have to know the maps. You have to know your movement. You have to be able to aim a bit. You have to take control of the map, and really, that's the core of the arena shooter. Like that famous saying of Dark Souls, the just get good, that is arena shooters. Right? Even Splitgate just shows arena shooters could do everything right, or at least improve on everything that was said to them, and they actually actively try, and the audience still doesn't show up. That's the sad part of this for me. Not that really Splitgate failed, but that the genre that it's representing might already be gone, which is really just sad for me. Splitgate didn't forget what arena shooters were supposed to be. Players seemed to have just moved on, that they don't want to get better at the game, that they just want to move on to the next game that makes them feel better rather than actually getting better. But for me, just that feeling is something that I love. I love getting better. Right? For me, I want to come play this game and know more about this and continue learning the maps, learn what weapons are good, what weapons are bad, figure out the weapons I should rush for, figure out how to get control of the map. And that for me is rewarding. I'm logging in because the match itself is fun. That the games are fun to me, that I can just keep playing because I love to get better. Right? And I don't know, right, that if that's still the case now. I think people are looking to feel progress somewhere, somehow, rather than just have to deal with raw skills. And some part of me wonders, why don't streamers really play this game? And maybe you're wondering that too. And honestly, it's kind of hard to stream a game and play the arena shooter at the same time, especially if you're doing well at it. There's a lot to think about and a lot to take in, while at the same time trying to entertain an audience. So I'm just wondering, what all of you think about what happened with Splitgate. Do you think it's simply just the fact that they didn't market this well enough for this relaunch? Because I'll be honest, I thought the relaunch was a pretty cringy idea. Do you think that arena shooters are just a dead breed? That this genre has no hope? Were there changes that you wanted in this game that didn't happen this time around? I'm genuinely curious at the arguably the failure of Splitgate Arena Reloaded. Now, that being said, I'm still gonna play this game quite a bit. I love arena shooters and I'm having a good time. For me, I think one change that I'm interested in, the possibility of, and that I've heard a rumor of, is that they might put a cooldown on the portals. And for me, I think that's perfect, but that's because it fits my playstyle, right? Like, I don't use portals all the time. For me, the portals are the emergency flanking, and so I would love that, so that they don't traverse the map and just take me out via portaling all around like crazy, because they wouldn't be able to anymore. Even without that change, I think the game is pretty darn good where it's at. A lot of the guns feel fine, like I said, and the game's enjoyable to play. I really recommend, if you haven't tried it, to try it. This game is free. This game's the modern arena shooter. If you like Halo, if you liked Quake, if you liked Unreal Tournament, try it out. I want this genre to succeed. I want it to do well, and hopefully the developers don't give up on Splitgate. It kind of feels like that's what it feels like to me. They've given up twice now, right? They gave up with Splitgate 1, and then they gave up with Splitgate 2, and now here we are at Splitgate Arena Reloaded. I'm just glad that it wasn't all for naught, that there have been a lot of good changes, that these developers really, they listened to what the community wanted. And I hope that's enough, right? For more players to show up, to want to get better at the game, to have a great time playing arena shooters again. So hopefully we see some of those changes here. And that's it for me. I hope you all enjoyed the video. And again, let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you think about arena shooters and the state of them right now, and what would get you to play arena shooters. And thanks for watching. Hope you liked and subscribed. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.